Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another Gran Turismo Sport live stream. It's the daily races. They've been updated. They got updated UK time, 8 o'clock in the morning. It used to be 7, now it's 8 for whatever reason. And you've got daily race A, B and C. I always try and do daily race C. It's the longest races and the most drivers. And it's the Group X at the WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca, or Seca, or however you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure it's Laguna Seca, which is located in California, I think, in America. I could be wrong. And yeah, it's Group X. I was sort of looking around at the Group X cars that might be on Laguna Seca, and to be honest, I thought it'd be the Red Bull cars, like the Group X Red Bull Junior, or the bigger ones as well. I didn't expect it to be the Super Formula cars, and it's the Honda one rather than the Dallara. As you can see on the bottom right, I've gone for a Caterham livery. I've got plenty of different liveries that I've got that are available to me. I've got a McLaren one, I've got a Jordan one from the late 90s, I've got a Simtech one, Racing Point, AlphaTauri, Ferrari, McLaren as well, so I might change a few of them up. So this is 15, it's going to be 15 laps, the 2 tyre compounds, racing medium and racing hard. Traction control I did do on 0, but it's a bit tricky, so I've just gone to 1 to give me a bit of control in the sort of low traction zone areas coming out of the first double left-hander at the beginning of a lap, and also coming out of the corkscrew as well. The ranking board, I'm the only one at the moment, 1 minute 14.945. It was just a site lap I did about 10 minutes ago. You can see there the quickest, 10 quickest in Europe at the moment. There you can see a 107.006 all the way to a 108.1. I reckon I can do probably I reckon I can get into the 110s. This is going to be a race where I'm not going to be starting at the front that often. Everything else, so you can see the car set up, racing mediums obviously to do these laps. So we'll jump out there now then in the Caterham liveried, which I believe is from 2013. You can just see there. So it's just a couple of slow sighter laps. I did try saying that when you've had a few beers. So we've got 5 minutes left. We'll probably get 3 or 4 laps in. Try and get into the 110s if we can. So it's going to be 15 laps with a max of 20 cars. And like I said, you've got the mediums and the hard tyres available. You have to run the hards at some point. That is a requirement. So it might throw a few people off in the first race. The reason why I get on early and do this, well, 2 reasons really. I'm transitioning onto a night pattern. I work nights as a chef during the week, Monday through to Thursday night. And they're all 11, 12, 13 hour shifts. So right now to me, I've been up since midnight. And I will probably do, I'm planning on doing 4 of these races anyway. So the 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30, jump off about 10 o'clock. So it'll be about a 2-hour stream. Hopefully we can get some good racing in. A 10.859 straight away. I reckon we can do a low 10s if we nail the perfect lap. That's going to lose me time. A lot of time. That lap's ruined, I think. Well, I might still be able to improve. I'm only a 10th and a bit down on my previous, but certainly not going to be the perfect lap. The other reason for getting on early, the only time I really do the daily races is I want to try it if I can. I mean, I'm a comfortable A driver, but there's a website over called Kudos Prime. So you basically go to www.kudosprime.com/GTSport and you can put in your own details and you can see your daily rating, which has a few question marks over it. We're 8 tenths up actually on this lap despite a mistake, so we're going to be very close to getting into the 109s. I reckon we can do it this lap if we don't make any mistakes. That was a good start, wasn't it? nearly 4 temps up. Yeah, so you go onto Kudos Prime and you put in your details and you can see your actual score for your driver rating rather than it just being displayed to you in the homepage. You can actually see what you've got. I'm sitting at, I think, 35,000, and you have to get over 50,000 to get up to being an A-star driver. So we're nearly 8 temps up, over 8 temps on this lap. So we're now comfortably into the low 109s, which I didn't think would be a thing. Oh, made a mistake there. That's going to kill that lap, and I won't have time to do another one. So we'll just slowly tour around and then let the time run down. Well, 109.248. I think I could actually get into the 108s, which would be pretty cool. And the quickest guys are in the very low 108. So I'm only about, I think, 2 seconds off the quickest guys. And the reason for getting on nice and early is there's a massive field spread in, well, talent, if you like, ability. And it's a good opportunity for those that are in an A-rated lobby that maybe qualify and finish around about 10th, 11th or 12th, can actually get a couple of like podium places or a couple of top 5s that massively increases your driver rating. So that's why I do these nice and early. Get on before all the super sweaty people get on. We will not have time for another lap. There's 20 odd seconds left and it will put us into a lobby before we finish this lap. So we'll just cruise around. The fuel consumption rate is ×5, so 5 times its normal. The tyre rate is ×10. So I think we'll definitely be having to make 1 pit stop. I'll probably, for the first race, start on the hard tyres, see how long I can take them until they start to wear off, and then obviously go on to the mediums, depending on what time it will be. So we're preparing to match now, so any second we'll be going and joining a lobby. Here we go. So yeah, there's going to be 4 races. This is the first one of 4, so it's 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 and 9:30. So where does it put us on the grid? We're 12th out of 19, so immediately not a great start. You can see by the driver rating we've got, in fact I think probably a few of those people were already in the top 10. That guy who's the FE at the top definitely was. 109.2 puts us 12th. The slowest guy did a 122. Got a couple of AS rated guys like me that have yet to set a lap time. Any names here I'm wearing? Gindra 80 in 14th. I've raced against him before. Nathan Lee in 18th I have. Rats 2009 in 6th place. I recognise that name. So you do come across, because it's obviously an EMEA location, basically all the European drivers get put together. I'm never put with Americans, I'm never put with Asians, Australians, that sort of thing, because they have their own region. So we'll have a look at the tyres now. So the tyre quote you can see in the bottom right is racing hard. You have to run the hard tyres at some point. Fuel consumption ×5, tyre wear ×10. So we'll start on the hard tyres, which means I would have no practice on them. The race details, you can see balance and performance obviously on. The fuel consumption in qualifying doesn't really count too much. It's just for the Nations Cup and Manufacture Series, basically. Car from garage, obviously it has to be the Honda from 2019. Don't know why it doesn't say Honda and Dallara, it's exactly the same thing. Maximum tyre rating is the mediums, minimum is the hards. 15 laps is a rolling start, fine weather. Total distance 33.5 miles, a maximum of 20 cars. Mechanical damage none, no boost. Off-track grip reduction is real, and slipstream is real as well. And down here as well, refueling takes 7 litres per second. So I don't know if we'll need any fuel. It's almost now finished. Be nice if it was a grid start, as it was the Super Formula cars. As I have a quick drink to steady my nerves. It's always interesting as well to do this and see how many people have actually got custom liveries. The standard livery, I think, for the Honda and Dallaras, Super Formula cars anyway, is just like all black. You've got a Red Bull there on pole, You've got a Honda in second. You've got something in third. There's another Red Bull back there as well. There's a red car. I don't know what that is. Looks like we've got a couple of BARs on the grid. So we're in 12th. And we also have a push to pass button, as you can see there. You press the X button. Well, it is on my controller anyway. You press the X button. It gives you a bit of a boost. So here we go then. It's the first of 4 planned races. My nice little Caterham Renault. Here we go, starting 12th, which is ideally where I didn't want to be. Guy in 10th's having a bit of traction troubles. 15 laps at Laguna Seca. Pushed him into a mistake. Another guy spun and immediately quit as well. So he's 2 positions up from where we started. Now inside the top 10. Whoa, twitchy. Whoa. Guy in P9's made a mistake. Oh, and so have I. I've gone very... that's... Everyone's off the road here. So people making mistakes. So we stay in 10th, but we have lost time. We really should have been P9, I think. We are on the hard tyres, remember. Might as well do the old push to pass thing. Bit of extra boost down the straight. Probably the cleanest lap I have done so far just there. Ah, corkscrew really seems to be screwing me. Oh, inside curb. And that's going to put me wide. Oh, wow, I'm going to lose so much time. Okay, track reset. God damn it. P11's off. These cars are so twitchy. Oh, P10's had a boo-boo. Big boo-boo there. Oh, I nearly followed him. We're now 9 seconds back, nearly 9 seconds back from the guy in P9. And 9 has lost it, so we're now P9 and we're nearly 12 seconds back from the guy in P8, so we are gaining positions. Where's he going? Quick checking the fuel, 7 laps left. We're about 7.5 laps away round, so we might need to do a little bit of fuel saving. We started on the hard tyres. We don't need to pit, we're halfway through this race and you can see we have a tyre wear on the left hand side is minimal, so so we don't need to stop for tyres. Still 12.5 seconds behind the guy in 8th. This could be it for us, unless there's anyone out there that has to stop for mediums, as the leader's doing. Quite a few people in the pits actually. I think you do spend quite a while in the pits. Some tracks are different. Some tracks I've raced on, you only spend like 2-3 seconds in the pits, others you spend like 10 or 12. But we were 30 seconds behind the race leader, we're now only 18. So I think it's around about, inside curb, so I think it's around about 12 seconds you might lose in the pits. I'm not planning on pitting though, the fuel's a bit worrying. The guy behind me is currently, I know for a fact, the number one. Out of the top 10 fastest guys so far, I know he's number one. Another position gained, and now P7. Oh, dude. This guy needs to fuck off. Still gaining positions, more and more people are making pit stops. We're running a bit dangerous on fuel here, he's going up the inside. I'm here, I'm on you outside. I'm not planning on stopping. We started in 12th. We're up into the dizzying heights of P8. It's the fuel that's worrying me though. Oh, the inside curve's going to be a problem as well. Edit, cut, delete. That didn't happen. Oh, that's so frustrating, that. With no grip in these tyres now. Right, 3 laps to go. I've got 2.5 laps worth of fuel. We are safe in P9. We're 13 seconds ahead of Cheeky Bants, mate. The most unoriginal name ever. So we'll short shift now to try and save some fuel. Of course, the other thing as well is if anyone out there doesn't actually run the medium tyres, sorry, doesn't run the hard tyres, which is the a requirement, then they get slapped with a 20-second penalty. So I'm hoping there's 1 or 2 people out there that have just done medium, and then maybe we can get past them. This guy up here's got a penalty, but we've got to go a bit slowly. 2 laps to go, 1.8 worth of fuel. So we'll just take it a little easy. Okay, the penalty line's around there. Let's see what he's got. Probably like a second. Yeah, nothing really. So I won't get past him. If it wasn't for those mistakes, we'd probably, I don't know, fighting for 6th maybe? I'm not the only one to make a mistake in this race, so... I think we'll just do it on fuel. Oh, guy Nate's made a mistake. And I've got a lap car ahead of me as well, so we're just bang on target now for fuel. Can we hold on to his P8, his gifted P8, whilst also saving fuel. I'm not worried about the lap car, he's not going to put me off because lap cars in this are automatically ghosted, so we could literally just drive through him. So I've got to try and defend this P8 whilst also save a little bit of fuel if I can. Yellow flag out there as well, don't know who that's for. Half a lap worth of fuel. So over a second clear of the guy behind us now. We've got enough fuel to get to the end. So it will be a P8 out of the 16 that decided to hang around and finish. Does anyone ahead have a 20-second penalty? We'll find out. We cross the line in 8th. Do we stay in 8th? We do. So the first of 4 races qualified in 12th. We started in 12th. And we're now up to finishing in P8. Could have been a bit better. I reckon I could have been fighting the guys in 5th and 6th if it wasn't for those mistakes. Certainly that big one a few laps ago killed any sort of momentum we had. But not a bad first run. So all the various mileage points and prize money we get for that. So our fastest lap, bearing in mind we did the whole race on 1 set of hard tyres, and quite a few ahead of us on the mediums, was a 10.4, which is I think one of the slowest anyway of the guys that finished. So maybe it's a risk, not a risk, but maybe you should do a pit stop, do mediums onto hards, hards onto mediums, whatever. It seemed that most of the people that were making pit stops off the mediums was around about half distance. So maybe that's something I might do for the second race. Now the main thing to do then, talking about driver rating and finding out exactly what gains you made, gains or losses you made, we go to the website www.kudosprime.com/GTS/stats. At the top you can put your PSN name in, as his game is exclusively for PlayStation only, and it brings up all various details, your sportsmanship rating out of 99, which is the max you can get, how much of the campaign mode you've completed, how many races you've done, your most successful races you've had, how many wins you've had, and more importantly is your sportsman performances, basically your driver rating. Now at the moment it stands at 35,705 for me, which puts me in sort of the bottom third of the A rating for driver rating. So I'll refresh the website very, very quickly. 35705 is what we was at. We finished 8th out of 16. It's gone up to 36049. So finishing 8th has given us nearly 350 extra driver points, and it's always beneficial to do it. If you're going to try and increase your driver rating, is to do it as soon as you can, basically 8 o'clock in the morning. There's other races as well. There's a Group 3 race at Lago Maggiore, which I think the 911 RSR would be quite good at. The Porsche, which is my favourite car in this game, and the car I've done the most mileage in. So we completed the daily mileage, which is completely irrelevant to me. I'm not bothered by anything, and we've got a crappy GTI Golf, so that's absolutely fantastic. So we've got a few minutes left then until we start the second race. So we might as well go and change up our livery. So we've done the Caterham Renault livery, and we might as well go and do something else at the moment. So I've got a few. There's loads out there. There's absolutely loads. These are just the ones I've just got quickly to do these races. And so we've got the Racing Point, which is my actual car and team I drive for on F1 2019 in the online races I do there. We've got the AlphaTauri, we've got the 2001 Jordan, the EJ11 looks very nice. We've also got the MCL 34, last year's McLaren. We've got the Red Bull. We've also got a Red Bull from that's actually being in the Super Formula Series, where you can see the difference there, a lot of white on the side as well. We've got a Roland Ratzenberger, a Syntec from 1994, sort of a tribute car. We've got a MasterCard Lola, the T97-30, which was the monumental failure at the beginning of the 1997 season in Formula 1. I think I was 10 at the time, and that was a car that basically didn't qualify. It was about 15 seconds off the pace. It was horrendously bad in F1. It created so much drag down the straights, but then in the corners it didn't produce any sort of aerodynamic grip, so it was completely horrendous everywhere. And that was the Caterham we just run. So I think we'll give the EJ11 a run out now. So we wait for that to go onto the car. As again, you can go and look at all the different liveries out there. You just go along to the search and you can see that there's so many out there. We've got a minute or two, so might as well go and have a quick look, see if there's any more on it. So you go to Discover, you go down to Car Livery, and these are all the different liveries that various people have done, hundreds and thousands of people. So you go to Japan, you go to Super Formula, and it doesn't really matter, you might as well go to the Honda, that's what we're doing. Search tags, always put in F1 because that's when you find the best liveries, and then you just see what's being recently uploaded. So you've got the McLaren Mercedes, the MP417, very nice it is as well. You've got Mercedes, the F1 2020 Mercedes. You've also got the Arrows A18 from 1997 that Damon Hill almost won a race in. Various other ones as well. You've got a Ferrari here, a 2010 Ferrari, and there's loads, there's absolutely loads. And then you've got the Rocket Williams, which would have been on the grid this season if the coronavirus didn't decide to cancel everything. You've got a historic Williams. It looks a bit of a mess, to be honest with you. Other ones as well, you've got the Toro Rosso with that livery as well. And you've got a Red Bull testing livery. There's a Senna Minardi tribute as well. And you can just keep on clicking on all of this and go back to as far as you want. That's quite a cool livery. The McLaren from 1988. You've got a Williams there from 2001. Some more of the McLaren ones. You've got a Benetton B194 from the 94 season. So there's loads of different liveries out there. That Sauber one looks pretty cool actually. I might run that at some point. So always give it a like, always add it to the collection. But we'll run with the Jordan at the moment. So there's just over a minute left until we go to the second race, and the other ones. And you've got the N100. How long have we got? Yep, 1 minute 35. So the N100, that's the Cooper Circuit. Best way to find out what car it is, we've got a Corolla Levin from 83 and A86, basically the A86 cars. And I don't really interested in Daily Race A. Daily Race B might be an interest to me. I reckon the Porsche RSR might be quite good round here. There's one that's in the top 10, but it looks like that the Supra racing compact car, a car I've done quite a lot of miles in as well, seems to be quite good. The Huracan, or the Huracan if you like, the Lamborghini Huracan, is a horrendous car to drive. I absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate it. And that's what's that? That's 4 laps with just 16. But this is the main one for us then. So I'm the only guy that's on my friends list that set a somewhat competitive lap time of 109.2. top 10 stars. You can see, oh wow, they're in the 106s now, which is horrendous. We could probably improve if I had more qualifying time, but we'll enter now. Second of 4 races. I mean, if this one goes bad, I might just move away and do the Group B races, or the daily race B races. And yeah, so yeah, that's always a possibility for me. We've got about just a minute and a half left now, and then we'll go to the grid and do our second race, and hopefully we can improve on P8. So then, there's the grid. There's one guy in here I've raced with many times over the past couple of years actually. It's Sean SRI down in P8. So we might as well send Sean a message. Just say hello. Nice to see you again. Have a good race. He might see it, he might not. You'll certainly recognise me, that's for sure. So we'll have a look at the driving options. Do we start on the hards and then make the change onto the mediums, or do we just run with it and see what we've got? I don't know, but 106.885 is the quickest. The 110.3 is the slowest so far. So we're 16th, which is not good. So we're definitely going to... I'm not going to go out, I'm just going to have a look at the car. Very nice it is too. So yeah, it's a 2001 Jordan livery. As I showed earlier, there's loads of different ones out there. Look at, so there's a Ferrari up there. There's an Alfa Romeo back there. Another Red Bull. There's always a Red Bull. So then, starting in 16th, I think it was. Yep, 16th. So this is going to be difficult. I think though, as long as we do keep it clean and we don't make any major mistakes, we should be able to climb our way up the order somewhat. But already we're struggling. Usually the best time to improve your driver rating is the first couple of hours, because not everyone's awake, not everyone's on the game. And there we go. So we've got a Red Bull in second, a Ferrari in third, there's a BAR Honda in fourth, and we're all the way back in 16th. 19 people, so someone's dropped out. So we've got them a bit of save, try and save a bit of fuel if we can. Let's see if we can improve. So in the Caterham Renault livery car, we managed to get a P8. think this one will be a slightly tougher. Ginger at 80 ahead of me. That's a name I recognise as well. Okay, here we go. Bit of extra boost out of the final corner. Best place to do it. Oh, people off the circuit, including Ginger. So we gained 3 positions on the first lap already. Make that 4. Good start. Not planning on stopping either. You've got to remember to save fuel at some point. Oh, deep into the left-hander. Got a gap behind though, so that's okay. I'm pretty sure most of these guys will stop. But the problem with the rolling start is that immediately you're about 7 or 8 seconds behind the race leader. Oh, P11's off the circuit. And again. So we started in 16th, we're up to 11th already. And you really do benefit if you just don't make any mistakes. I know it's easy to say. In that first race I really could have been fighting for 5th or 6th, but I didn't lose it twice. And most of the positions we have gained from the start have been because people have got off the circuit, but if they make mistakes and I don't, we'll benefit. Catching P10 here as well. Every lap. Boost, boost, boost. Whoa. Almost lost it there. Yellow flags. Someone made a mistake somewhere. Yep, indeed. Formula fan has spun his BAR Honda. And a third of the way through the race, we've gained 6 positions. Oh, Who's lost it? Another position. I lost a bit of time through that. The Spanish guy behind me is giving me a bit of bother. Almost half distance now. Spanish guy behind me is now dropped off a little bit. Your question now will be how many of these guys need to make a pit stop. Well, the Spanish guy behind me will, or has, so that's now me comfortably in 9th place. We finished P8 in the first race after starting 12th. We're now running P9 after starting 16th, so already this has been a slightly better race in terms of positions gained. I think we can make more as well. The leader's already in, I'm not even at the corkscrew, holy fuck. Position change up ahead. Sean actually. Sean SRI, who I've raced against many times. He's obviously struggling on tyres. Another guy in the pits. Oh, Sean's off the circuit. See you later, dude. It's P8. Guy in 6 has just come into the pit, so I might jump ahead of him. Well, I might as well bring up the fuel. 5 to go, we're at 5.6. So being able to save a little bit of extra fuel this time. So I think most of the guys ahead of us have pitted, or are not planning to pit if they're running the hard tyres throughout like me. Mordier did pit and he's catching me, but I don't think he's going to get close enough before the end of the race, so we could be looking at a P7 here, which is, all things considered, a pretty decent result considering I started 16th. That was a mistake. That will lose me time. Starting 16th, finishing 7th, I'll take that. Got a little bit of the boost button left to use, which I'll use going into the final lap. The guy behind is actually catching me rather worryingly. We're okay on fuel at least, so that's good. In fact, we're really okay on fuel, so I'm quite surprised why we had to fuel save in the last couple of laps in the first race. And this one here, we've got over a lap's worth of spare fuel. But I'm worried about this guy behind. I know he's on quicker tyres. I deserve this P7. I've done absolutely nothing wrong in this race. I'm out of boost. Don't know how much he's got left. Gap's just over a second. No. Full defensive mode now. Dude, really? Get off! I know he's got a penalty, so I'll let him go. I'll try to stick within a second. Which I should do. Should I? I'll be within a second, so we will claim back that P7. Yeah, okay, P7, I'll take that. I'll take that. We got a bit leery there towards the end. Pretty aggressive with each other. But yeah. I mean, we qualified 16th and finished 7th, so that's another good result really. 21 seconds behind the race leader this time. I still don't know if it's better to pit at half distance and go onto the medium tyres, or start in the mediums, pit at half distance, go into the hards, because it looks like you lose around 12 seconds in the pits making a pit stop. So that's why we gained a few positions before the pit stop phase. I think it was 9th. So, but Jordan's done well, even though I'm running a Max Verstappen livery and helmet, or race suit and helmet. So those were the prize money, mileage points, distance, and experience as well. And the most important thing is go look at Kudos Prime to see if my driver rating has increased. It was 36,049. Like I said, I'm hoping to increase it just a little bit more if I can in this. 36,625. So we almost went up another 600 just by finishing 7th. So yeah, pretty good that is. Have a look at the results and the fastest lap. So 1:10.3, which is half a second quicker than I did before in the first race. But you can see these guys in the 8s and the 9s, even these guys as well, they all stopped and obviously ran the mediums at some point. So I think you're about a second quicker, maybe second and a half quicker running the mediums, but you can only run it for half the race before making the change onto the hards. So it's a difficult one. My safety rating, I thought my safety rating went down, but no, his did, because he had that second penalty. So yeah, so it's the first race was 12th to 8th, the second race was 16th to 7th, so it's not bad so far. So we might as well go and change the livery again. So we've run the Caterham, we've run the Jordan. Let's see what else we can run with now. The Mastercard Lola could be a possibility. The McLaren, the AlphaTauri. Most of my cars have got AlphaTauri liveried. I think we'll go with the Racing Point. We'll have a pink livery on this car for a change. Some of these guys, you know, I'd love to be able to make liveries like them. I've heard that some people, you know, they take hours to do these liveries, like absolutely hours. So we'll go back in now. We'll make our third entry. So qualifying rankings, I'm still the only person on my friends list to do one. I won a 9.2. I could definitely go quicker than that. I could get into a mid 8s, I think, or at least a high 8s, that's for sure. You can see there the top 10 quickest guys. Huzi, who spun in that race and we finished ahead of him. He's 10th in the world, or I should say 10th in Europe. 106.8. I reckon if I did a 108.8, that puts me 3 seconds off the quickest guy as well. So yeah, I think after these races are done, then I won't be attempting these again because I'll be starting and probably finishing last. So I'll enter now with the Racing Point. It's just 4 minutes away, I think, until we go to the race. So I'm going to take a very quick break. So you've got a couple of minutes. Might as well go out there and try to improve if I can. Like I said, I'm confident I can get into the 108. You're now with a couple of races under my belt. I know roughly where I need to push and where I need to brake and what gears to run. Definitely get 2 laps in at least. Right there, a 109.248 is the best one so far. It's not giving me a relevant like delta time or anything like that. If I'm up or down on that, we'll get it second lap, that's for sure. So this lap at the moment is just push, push, push as much as we can. See if we can get close to that or beat it. I think we're going to improve it. No, we're not. So we need to find 8 tenths on this lap. If you look there above the speedometer and the gears I'm in, you'll see if I'm up or down on my previous best, which will be this lap here, the 10.043 I did. So 8 tenths to try and improve. I'm halfway there at the moment. Going well so far. .6 up, so we're definitely going to improve. So 108.423 just as we're preparing to match. So we've managed to find 8 tenths there. I said a 108 would be I thought a high 108 would be possible. A mid 108 I'd be happy with. That's definitely in the mid 108s. So we found a bit more time. Hopefully that means we won't be starting last. And where are we on the grid? We're P8, look at that. So 109.2, which is what we originally had, would have had me in 13th or 14th, something like that. And just going out there for a couple of quick laps has put me into P8. So that's good. Formula 1 fan, who's in 4th place, has been in the first 2 races and he's spun in both of them. Jindra is back in 12th as well, another name I recognise. And that's about it. No Sean SRI in this one, so 8th. That's the best we've had so far, actually. Starting in 8th, so we'll try and keep it clean. We'll go back to the tried and tested strategy of starting and running the full race on the hard tyres. And so far in the first race we started 12th, finished 8th. The second race we started 16th and finished in 7th. And we put ourselves in a nice position here, starting in 8th. I'm definitely not going to win. In fact, I'm probably not even going to get a top 5, but we'll certainly give it a go anyway. So driving options come off the mediums that we used there in a little practice qualifying session-y bit. So we're definitely onto the hards, which is good. Have a little bit of a warm-up, why not? Come out behind, well, okay, inside other people. So this is the pit lane exit, and it's all automated, I think, until you literally just get to about here. Which is a shame, because I wouldn't mind the pit lane being like manual controlled on the way out, especially with some of these guys that have got to make pit stops. That's the warm-up completed then. Nice pre-race drink. So we're starting in P8, which is the best it's been so far. Finding 8 tenths spare in a little practicey session. Mario just see me in the background. Here I am in the pink and blue racing point. We've got to have a clean race here. We're not going to make a pit stop. So we've had an 8th in the first race, 8 o'clock, a 7th in the 8:30 event, and now at the 9 o'clock event, let's aim for a 6th, but please don't start me. Oh, it's going to start me. Oh, it's probably the worst place to go green. Oh, P7's already spun. Oh, that was close. Cool, when you do a couple of qualifying runs in the medium tyres and then put on the hard tyres in the race, it really is a difference. These guys are scrapping up here. Oh, he's off the circuit and I've almost followed him. Oh, this has been a scrappy lap one. Sorry, mate. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on, come on, come on. Fucking come on. Jesus Christ, I could have been fifth after that. Oh, look at this. Oh, I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Right, okay, focus. I'm now fighting guys that were slower than me. Oh, I could have been fifth. Now I'm back here in 11th. Oh, fuck me. Oh, this is turning into a nightmare already. So the last race was super clean. We're not even completed lap 2 and I've already been off the circuit twice. It's a recovery drive now. Nailed that corner that time. Can't believe again, just two silly mistakes. mistake. Guy ahead has a half a second penalty. It won't affect us. I'm clear of the guys behind, which is what I like, because I can just focus on everything going on ahead. Oh, hello. See you later, mate. Rip. So back inside the top 10. Still ruining them earlier mistakes though. We should definitely be higher than this. Remember we started 8th, so at the moment we're behind on where we should be. It comes to me a little bit though. I think some of these guys ahead have still got to pit. Well, I'm holding on to that fact anyway. If they're all running to the end of the hard tyres like me, then we could be stuck here in 8th. Well, I'm confident that some of these guys are on the mediums, or they're going to pit anyway. So keep an eye on the fuel. Just under 10 laps left to go. In fuel anyway. Just under 10 laps left to go in the race as well. Give it a bit more in second gear. Almost spun it. New personal best as well, 10.9. I can see 5th. That's the problem. It should have been 5th. I can see it. Oh, that was bad. Oh, hello, this guy's off the circuit. It's a Ferrari. Oh, mate, really? Fucking donkey. Off the circuit has hurt me a little bit. Someone else pitted. So I'm now back up into P8 where I started. What I can hope for now then really is a few more people do make pit stops ahead of me. Seventh, 6th and 5th. All 3 of them do pit, I'll definitely jump ahead of them. Whether I can hold on to it or not remains to be seen, but we're over half distance now. Oh, what am I doing? All over the place. P7 no. terrifying. The leader's in now and I'm not even halfway around the lap yet. P6 has had a moment. It's Ginger, who I've raced with before in the past. And he's going into the pits. So it will be P6 for me. P5 at the moment. There's another guy in the pits, but he might be out ahead of me. The positions change once they come back onto the circuit. As you can see there, he's back in I'm back in P6 now, so he's just come out the pits, which is down here. Fuel looks okay. Got to get to the guy behind. The guy in fifth is coming into the pits now. So we're now P5. Back to where we should have been. .5 seconds behind the guy in fourth. Don't know if it needs to stop. Probably not. Probably already stopped. Yellow flags. He might have had a moment. He has had a moment. P4 has spun. Oh, and I've almost lost it as well. So up to fourth now. In fact, the guy that spun wasn't the guy that was ahead of me originally. So 3.7 behind a potential podium here. .8 now, the gap. Give it the bees with the boost. I think this might be P4 then. When it's all said and done, the guy ahead is slowly pulling away and I'm pulling away from the guy behind, so... Which is annoying because we lost so much time with them two silly spins in the first couple of laps. We possibly could have had a podium out of this, but we... Oh, that was a bad line. We started in P8. I think if you offered me a P4 before the race started, I would have had it. That was a really bad line through there, holy fuck. just a mess. Come on, Alex, calm down. Oh, so close to hitting the inside curve there, being spat out. Slow in, fast out. Seems to work with these cars around the corkscrew. Oh, inside curve. Coming into the final lap, we're nearly 4 seconds clear of the guy behind us. We've got a lap and a half worth of fuel. I'm now out of boost, which is fine by me. So no mistakes. And we'll bring it home for P4. I think the guy behind us a penalty as well. Pretty sure he's got a penalty behind me. He has, so that's going to make things a little bit easier for me. The gap was down to 3.4. So as long as we don't fuck it up, it'll be a P4. The guy in third. Oh, there's a car up here. Who's this? Oh, 18th. Okay, so this guy's a lap down. So unless the guy in third didn't run the hard tyres, it'll be a P4. It is a P4. No, I'm happy with. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Yeah, those mistakes that we made in the first couple of laps probably meant that we could have been in a battle for P3, where it was close at the front, just 3 tenths between them two. But yeah, we qualified. Well, we started in 8th, qualified in 8th, if you like, and finished P4. I'll take that. Very, very good result. So the Sport Pizza Racing point gives us a P4, which is nice. That's all the prize money, the mileage points, the distance that we drove in that race, 33.5 distance, and a bit of experience as well. Still a long, long way for being a level 43. Fastest lap was a 10.5. The quickest I think I've set so far is a 10.3, which is the previous race. You see with guys around me. I mean, there was quite a few 11s and 10s, and it was in a mix of an A and B rated lobby. I think clearly just running the hard tyres towards the end is the best thing to do. So we'll exit the lobby and do what we've done for the previous races as well, and have a look at our driver rating. So we started the day at 35705. We were at 366 something, 36,600 and something. It's wow. It shot up to 37,587. That's my driver rating. So in the 3 races we've done, it's gone up nearly 2,000 already. So that is really, really good. Really, really good. I only really do the daily races at the beginning of the week, 8 o'clock in the morning in UK time on a Monday. Do 3 or 4 of those. We've done 3. We'll do another one, and then I think we'll call it there. But no, it's gone well so far, which is good. So we'll enter again. Now we won't use the Racing Point livery this time. We'll back out and we'll use. I don't know. We've done the Jordan, we've done the Caterham, we've done the Racing Point. Let's have a quick look here. Let's see what we can do. We've got the Sauber from 2012, I think. We've got the MasterCard Lola. We've got the McLaren. We could use the AlphaTauri. Oh, we'll go AlphaTauri. We'll go AlphaTauri. I've used the AlphaTauri in quite a few of my cars recently. It's quite a nice livery, to be honest. Just a subtle dark blue in the white. Seems to work quite well. Bit of a backwards Williams if you look at it. So yeah, we'll enter that. Go for all this if we can. Lovely. So I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be back in a minute. So it's 3 minutes left. We can definitely get 2 runs in, which we might as well do anyway. 6.6 is the slowest of the top 10. We're currently looking at an 8.4. Don't know if I can improve, to be completely honest with you, but we'll give it an absolute go anyway. We'll definitely get 2 laps. The first lap, unfortunately, though, doesn't give us a delta time with our best. We'll just absolutely go for it for the first lap, see what that does, and then we'll have a delta time to aim for. Smash the inside curb. Okay, first lap then. So we need to find 6 tenths. Go, go, go. Not too bad. It's going to be an improvement again. Oh, almost into the 107, so 108.047. So we found some more time there. Another 4 attempts. Getting quicker and quicker. Found a lot of time before the previous race, which meant we started 8th. You never know, we might be around there again. Okay, so we go to the lobby now. Where are we going to start? It seems so crucial here to start, as you can imagine, as far forward as possible. We are still in 8th, but if we didn't improve by them 4 attempts, we would have been down in 14th. So more and more quicker guys are coming on at the moment. But we'll run this on the hard tyres. Might make a pit stop. I don't know what to aim for in this race. Well, at least 8th I think should be what we'll aim for. Yeah, it's some more quicker guys coming out there. I mean, we're 1.4 of the quickest guy. So we'll make the change from the medium tyres that we was running in the qualifying there, if you like, onto the hard tyres, if it will let me. Come on. So hard tyres, we're not going to pit. They are definitely on there. You have to run the hard tyres. And our best result so far, best starting position has been 8th. The best result we had was 5th. That was in that race as well. There's an old school McLaren coming out the pits just in front of me as well. That's nice to see. And it's the Imam guy who's starting from pole. We're in the AlphaTauri livery. I assume that's how you pronounce it. AlphaTauri, AlphaTauri, I don't know. Should be starting from P8. I think we've got a good opportunity here for definitely a top 10. Increase our driver rating just a little bit more. Creep up towards the 40,000 mark. We've got to make sure we don't have any mistakes. So we've got a Jordan out there. A Jordan and an old school McLaren on the front row. There's a BAR Honda. We're back in 8th in the AlphaTauri. This is the 4th and final race of this stream. Terrible place to start the race, really, just on the exit of the corner there. Okay, let's focus. P6, P7, where you going, fella? We have to keep it clean if we're gonna of a good result. Not a bad opening lap. I think most of these guys ahead of me will be pitting. That was silly, mate. I was there. I think most people around me are on the medium tyres and will stop for the hards. We're starting on the hards and we can run these to the end. Oh, inside curb. Control it. God damn it. Exactly what I didn't want to do. Need the flags ahead. Someone's had a moment. Boost button. Okay, it's a shame that I've done exactly what I did in the previous race and have a bit of a moment in the first couple of laps. Oh, what's going on with these two? Oh, that's two easy positions gained. So up to P9. Started in 8th, so I definitely want to finish above 8th if I can. It was that inside curve there that screwed me over. Stamp on the brakes, slow in. I would say fast out, but that was a bit of a messy one. Boost button on exit of the final corner. I think finishing higher than 8th is still on for us. That's where we started. Running off the road like that won't help. Oh, that was just a mess. Someone else has made a bigger mess. That's how you take the corkscrew. Slow in, fast out. So we're back up to where we started. Got a good gap to the people behind, so don't have to worry about them. Whoa. There's a wild line in. That's good. Slow on the brakes. Not catching P7, I think, a little bit. But it all really comes down to how many of the people ahead of us need to make a pit stop. Well, yeah, but yeah, basically you have to make a pit stop. You can carry these hard tyres to the end, all the way through this race, as I've done so far. It seems to be that a pit stop here takes around about 12 seconds. We've got a big gap behind now, so I don't have to worry about anyone from behind so much as of yet. And just focus on ahead, keeping it clean, pushing on. I think P6 is on, but of course it depends on if these guys need to make a pit stop. Rules and regulations for this race: you have to run the hard tyres. You can easily get to the end of the hard tyres, which I've been doing so far, but some people have been doing half race mediums, half race hards, and there we go. And guys in the pits, looking at the final corner every time, hit that boost button. So it's P7 now. P5 with pit stops. Oh, that was a bad line through there. Oh, it's probably the best I've taken the corkscrew all session. And then proceed to fuck up the next two corners. Oh, P4's made a mistake, he's off the road. So what happened to fourth here? And there's been quite a few retirements though. 20 started, or maybe 19 started, only 14 remaining. I don't care. to momentarily into P2. I know there's people coming out the pit, so there's one guy there, so... Up to P3. But there are a few people behind me that are probably quicker. Pressure's on now. Be amazed if we can keep hold of this P3. It's a scary moment. Got away with it. Four laps to go. I'm better as the hunter, not the hunted. I hate being under pressure from guys, people behind me. Always been like that. I'd rather be the one behind. As weird as it sounds, because for some unknown reason I feel better putting people under pressure than being put under pressure myself. This is going to be a mad one towards the end. 3 laps to go now. Oh God. Focus, 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 come on. Oh no. God damn it. There we go. Exactly what I mean. I hate being the one under pressure. Oh my god, this is... Oh well. What the fuck happened there? I don't know what happened there. I'll take P5. Oh, it just got a bit silly there towards the end. Oh my god. Oh, we could have had P3, but 8th to 5th is good. That was just a bit silly there last lap. It all kicked off at the corkscrew and then just, yeah, we all just got a bit silly after that, really. I mean, I don't think I'm a dirty driver or anything like that, but oh, Bazzoro didn't stop for the hard tyres. It's just I couldn't do anything, he was in my way. So I just pushed him out of the way. Like, get out of my way. Eighth in the grid to P5, oh, it's not too bad really. This was the prize money and everything like that. So we'll go back to now to Kudos Prime and see how our driver rating has hopefully increased. It should have done. We started the day at 35,705. I'm currently at 37,587. It's now 38,257. So in the 4 races we've done, we have managed to improve our driver rating by 2,500, which takes me up to almost a halfway point in the A class, if that makes sense. So our fastest lap was a 10.6. I think the best we've done is a 10.3 so far. So we seem pretty consistent on the hard tyres. Yeah, I mean, if I was to do more of these races, I'd just stick with the hard tyres and not pit. Just go with the flow. But that's the 4 races done that I said I'd do. We've not done too badly, to be honest with you. I think the first race we started in, where was it? It was 12th and we finished, I think, 8th. And in the second race we started 16th and I think finished 7th or 6th, something like that. And then we increased our qualifying time a little bit. And we started 8th in the last 2 races that we've done. Picked up I think a 6th and a 5th or something like that. Yeah, so it's not been too bad. I mean, you look at the qualifying times, for example, and this, I mean this week's daily races have only been going for nearly 2 hours. So my qualifying time, well, there's 2 people on my friends list, as you can see there. I've done a 108.0. SJP has done a 110.8. So 108.0, which is, I think, a good lap for me, to be honest with you. And you look at that, the top 10 in the European area. 105.6 is the quickest so far. But no, it's been fun. We've gained plenty of resource points, which is always good. And yeah, the 4 races I've done with the Super Formula Honda has been it's been quite enjoyable. I might do more of these during the rest of the week, but I don't know, because I'm pretty busy with work at the moment. I work a lot of nights. For example, I'm going to bed in about an hour to sleep because I've got to work tonight. But it's been quite enjoyable doing these 4 races. I will definitely be streaming the manufacturers and the Nation Cup races on Saturday. I believe it will be Saturday will be the next one. In fact, it's a good opportunity now to just have a look and see what those races are going to be. Yeah, so the next one will be, I believe, on Saturday, shouldn't it be? It should be. No, we go to the calendar, don't we? Tuesday I won't be doing because I've been working, so it'll be Saturday will be the next one. So where is that? Sorry, I should go back to it. So the Saturday one on the 9th is we're all in the Group 4 Hurricanes, which is terrible, at Monza. So that's probably going to be pretty poor for us, to be honest. The manufacturer series, though, well, I'm with Renault. On Saturday it's going to be the Group 4s at Tokyo Expressway, the South Inner Loop. So should be a good race using the Megane trophies there, unless unfortunately everyone's gone with Toyota. The 86 GT seems to be better on that circuit, the South Inner Loop, than the Megane, but the Megane's still a good car anyway. It's a shame I'm going to be missing Circuit de la Sarthe, which is basically the Mons circuit. And the other Saturday races: Group 3 at Sardinia, Group 4 at Lago Maggiore, and then Group 3 at Interlagos as well. But it's been a fun couple of hours streaming anyway, with not really a lot of overtakes, more or less it's pretty much been people making mistakes. But if you keep it clean and they make mistakes, you gain positions. So it has been a lot of fun. So thank you very much for everyone that has dropped in and out during the stream. And yeah, I'll be back probably over the weekend. In fact, I think Friday possibly will be the next one for me, where I'll be racing on F1 2019 at I think 6:30 on Friday, where I'll be competing in the podium tier of One Hub Racing in the Racing Point team. And then Saturday you'll have 2 live streams, hopefully, from both the manufacturers and the Nations Cup series. So thank you very much, and I'll see you then.